What if your everyday life felt as fulfilling as your dream vacation? More people are asking how to build a life that feels good every single day, not just on holidays. In this video, we will explore the mindset habits and lifestyle shifts that can help you create a life you truly love. Before we begin, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and stay tuned for more real talk on designing a life with purpose and joy. 1. Defining what a fulfilling life means to you. I started by asking myself what truly matters beyond money, success, or other people's opinions. This meant tuning out distractions and focusing on what brings peace, joy, and long-term meaning. I wrote down how I wanted to feel every day, not just what I wanted to achieve or own. The vision was not about luxury, but about being present, healthy, and emotionally at peace. I imagined a normal Tuesday feeling just as good as a weekend or holiday with loved ones. This process helped me let go of goals that were based on comparison, not my own truth. It brought clarity and helped me recognize what I was chasing that did not really matter. A fulfilling life starts with honesty, and that takes courage to explore without filters. Once I defined it clearly, I could take real steps to bring that vision into my daily life. 2. Creating a career that supports your values. I wanted work to feel like part of my life, not something I had to recover from each weekend. That meant choosing purpose over status and finding meaning in the tasks I do each day. I evaluated whether my job was aligned with how I wanted to live and feel long-term. Work now reflects my strengths and lets me contribute in a way that feels genuinely useful. Instead of chasing more, I focused on making work sustainable, energizing, and flexible. It took time to adjust, but I learned to build income around life, not the other way around. This meant setting boundaries and saying no to roles or projects that drained my spirit. I made sure work left room for my health, hobbies, family, and personal development goals. Now my work supports the life I want instead of taking over every moment of my time. 3. Designing a home that feels peaceful and restful. My space used to feel cluttered, chaotic, and filled with things that did not bring me joy or peace. This year, I focused on creating an environment that helped me relax, recharge, and feel at home. I cleared out things I did not use and filled the space with only what supported my lifestyle. Lighting plants and soothing colors helped turn my home into a calm place I love being in. I kept the space clean, simple, and welcoming instead of overly decorated or overstimulating. Even small changes like candles, books, or music helped shift the energy of each room. I stopped waiting for a future dream home and started loving where I live right now today. My home became a reflection of who I am and how I want to feel every morning and night. It now supports rest, creativity, and connection, not just function or material convenience. 4. Building time for joy into each day. I used to wait for weekends or vacations to have fun or enjoy simple pleasures in my day. This year, I made a rule to include small moments of joy and beauty every single day. Sometimes it was as simple as reading a chapter, walking in nature, or making a good meal. I stopped treating joy like a reward and started treating it like a non-negotiable habit. These moments helped reduce stress and brought presence into the most ordinary routines. Even during busy work days, I found ways to laugh, connect, or enjoy a quiet, peaceful moment. Joy became part of how I live, not something rare or scheduled for later in the year. Adding joy gave me more energy to face challenges and a more balanced outlook overall. Now I feel excited about my days because they include things that make life feel rich. 5. Cultivating relationships that nourish you. I looked closely at who I spent time with and how those interactions made me feel inside. This helped me recognize which relationships lifted me up and which ones left me drained. I started investing more time into people who supported my growth and valued me fully. Connection became about quality over quantity and presence over performance. I had deeper conversations and made space for vulnerability and laughter every week. Instead of trying to impress, I chose to be honest and let others really see the real me. Healthy relationships helped me feel more grounded, seen, and supported through changes. I also set boundaries around toxic or one-sided relationships without guilt or fear. My life began to feel full not because of how many people I knew, but how real it felt. 6. Practicing daily mindfulness and gratitude. I learned that presence is the most powerful way to enjoy life without needing constant breaks. This started with small practices like mindful breathing or noticing sounds while walking. Gratitude helped me stay grounded by focusing on what I already had, not what I lacked. Even when days were hard, I could find one moment to appreciate or one lesson to learn. I wrote down things I was thankful for and took mental photos of small, beautiful moments. Mindfulness made me more aware of how I spoke, ate, moved, and reacted to each situation. It helped reduce reactivity and allowed more calm intention in how I spent every day. Now I enjoy my meals, my tasks, and my relationships with more attention and care. Gratitude turned my ordinary days into experiences filled with peace and quiet richness. 7. Keeping my schedule aligned with my priorities. I used to fill my calendar with tasks that had little to do with what actually mattered to me. This year, I made time for health, relationships, learning, and rest before anything else. I color-coded my schedule and protected blocks of time for important personal activities. That included walks, meals, creative work, and even time to simply do nothing at all. I said no more often and stopped trying to fit in everything or please everyone constantly. Instead of chasing busy, I began chasing peace and sustainable growth in my daily plans. My calendar became a reflection of my values instead of a list of things I dreaded. This allowed me to feel more in control and less overwhelmed by the pace of life. Now each day includes time for what fuels me, not just what drains or demands from me. 8. Living simply and reducing mental clutter. I realized that too much stuff and too many choices were stealing my time and clarity. So I began simplifying everything from my wardrobe to my routines and daily tasks. This helped free up energy I could use for things that really mattered and brought joy. I donated clothes I never wore and reduced how much I consumed without thinking. Even my phone and digital files became more organized and less chaotic each week. Fewer choices each day meant more mental space for creativity, peace, and connection. I felt lighter and more focused when I was not buried in clutter and distractions. Simplicity gave me more room to breathe both physically and emotionally each day. Now I buy less, consume less, and enjoy more with what I already have around me. 9. Embracing slow living and deep rest. I stopped believing that constant motion was the only way to be productive or successful. This year, I gave myself permission to slow down and value rest as part of my rhythm. I started walking slower, eating slower, and even speaking slower in daily conversations. Deep rest included naps, breaks, solitude, and space to do absolutely nothing at all. Instead of filling every minute, I created margin for reflection and natural flow. Slow mornings allowed me to wake up with clarity instead of rushing into obligation. Sabbaths or screen-free days gave my mind space to reset and be fully human again. This pace gave me more clarity, purpose, and energy than hustle ever could provide. Now I choose calm over chaos and quality over quantity in every part of my lifestyle. 10. Measuring success by inner fulfillment. I redefined success from external rewards to internal peace, growth, and alignment with values. This meant letting go of the idea that more money, titles, or fame automatically meant success. Success now means peace, clarity, health, and love, not exhaustion or approval from others. I celebrate progress, not perfection, and measure wins by how I treat myself and others. This shift helped me feel proud of small steps and less anxious about future outcomes. When success became personal, it became sustainable, joyful, and deeply satisfying. I no longer need a vacation to feel free, because freedom now lives in my daily choices. This mindset gave me permission to build a life that is meaningful even without applause. You do not need to escape your life when you build one that feels right. It starts with intention, clarity, and small, consistent steps. What is one change you would make starting today? Share it in the comments. And if this inspired you, do not forget to like, subscribe, and join us for more honest content on creating a life you love. Thanks for watching and see you next time.